so unsettling.
No,
it's true.
What I don't understand, right, is that how people just go, oh, well, because it's, millions of miles away and everything like that, it's still his sister. It doesn't matter. The genes are still there. Like,
she kissed him, technically. It's her fault.
Poor that girl's traumatized now.
But so Lucas can know that it's based on incest, right? And then, as soon as I could see myself in the 70s going to see Star Wars, and everyone's like, "Oh, the CGI was so amazing, wasn't that great?" And I'm like, "You do know that he kissed his sister, right?" And it's like, "Who cares about that?"
Well,
that's a different planet.
They didn't know. They didn't know until 2 years later, though, when Return of the Jedi came out. They didn't know for 2 years.
So he kissed her.
3 years or whatever it was.
So what you're telling me, right, and that makes it even 10 times worse to me, what you just said, Sparky. What you're telling me is that for 3 years, you thought that it was just a great love story. Like, you're waiting, and then you're like, oh, I can't wait for that love story to continue. And then you're like, that's his sister? Wait a second. Wasn't that weird,
That was actually the 80s.
I mean, it was probably weird.
Listen, I studied some history, and I've never seen a point or time where that's actually been accepted in the entire country. Certain parts, Alabama, there you go, someone offended.
Virginia.
Wait a second.
I thought that was Will yelling at me.
Sorry. Well, you still there?
It's like, man, Will's voice got awfully white.
Oh, okay.
I'm just listening to your rant about incest. It's amazing. You get so riled up, bro.
But anyways, where were we going now with this?
What's the next
we went way off track. Let me just tell you. I was just trying to say that you should watch The Mandalorian. It's an average film. People are trying to... People are going crazy about this shit, saying, "Oh my God, they have Jawas!
You're so
oh
nice.
My God, it was such
I can't believe it. Feels like we have a connection. I know it's like something internally that I can't get over. Oh,
you had to go there, didn't you? Get it started.
Oh wait, you're my sister. Oh, you're my brother. But we're from different planets, so it doesn't count, does it? We could do this more.
Yeah, that's exactly how that happened.
Let's cut into something else.
Take us on our journey, our fearless leader. This is where you got me at. You wanted to go.
I have you on this journey, but I'm glad that you're here because I want you to tell me. Right? Not necessarily Kristen Stewart, but this whole thing about Charlie's Angels. Right? Have you heard about this?
Yeah,
heard it. Saw the trailer. Yeah, that's not... Yeah, I'm not...
First off, right?
It looks like it's going to bomb.
Definitely bombed.
No one ever explained that Bill Murray was the guy in the first one, and then Bernie Mac was the guy in the second one. To me.
Yeah.
That made no sense.
They did explain it, actually.
How?
With if you saw it in the second one, when they went to the house where Bernie Mac's mother was, they had a picture of Bill Murray.
You and the 4 people that actually watched both of those movies.
Yes, I watched it too. Me and the 5 people.
Thank you, Stack Girl. But anyway,
it's probably a Sparky family reunion. That's probably what you guys watched.
I don't know, but anyway, Bill Murray's picture was hanging up on the wall, and he somehow knew the family. And that's where it went.
Once again, though,
wait, Bill Murray was hanging on Bernie Mac's wall?
Yes. A picture of him, yeah.
He's not in the second one, but he's Charlie in the first one.
No, he wasn't Charlie, he was Bosley.
That's like my kids knowing who Will is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Will's part of the family, so they're like, oh look at the big giant man. He's up on the wall now.
I picture Tony sitting here in his underwear, right? Like they come home from school, he's got his underwear on. There's a picture of Will having a conversation, like, yeah, man, I'm sorry that you'll have to go to Maryland. And your kids are like, oh, that's just my dad talking to his buddy. Hey kids, going up and have some fun. There's some food in the kitchen.
Sometimes I tape the phone up and I'll call Will. I'll be like, Will, how was your day? Tell me about what's going on, man. How you doing?
The speaker is propped up behind him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, he sounds so good.
Sometimes I move his mouth a little bit.
Yeah, did you see the trailer yet for Charlie's Angels?
I didn't. I did watch the first trailer. No, but you know what? I don't care that much about the movie to actually go see it. Because I didn't not necessarily that I didn't like the original series, But there's a certain clientele that only liked the original Charlie's Angels. And do you know why?
Farrah
Because
Fawcett?
Farrah Fawcett was a prolific character. Someone who could, engage the audience and pull them in.
It's hard to.
Can you say that about freaking Kristen Stewart?
No, but see, you like.
Well,
certain things are meant
here's
to
my
be
question.
And the two other no names that are with her.
Here's my question. Since Kristen Stewart is, with the LGBT community, does that mean she's going to be throat punching the other two angels also? Well, tongue punching, throat punching, throat punching.
I mean, she's throat punching them. Damn,
you're not even on the couch now. You're behind the bedroom door. If you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, well. Throat punch, tongue punch, any kind of punch.
What?
It was a reboot no one asked for.
It was a reboot that no one asked for. You are so right.
What happened is Hollywood ran out of ideas. It's been remakes.
You know what? And it's sad. It's sad because the what the hell's her name? I forget her name, but the actual director of the new Charlie's Angels movie, she comes out and says it's all because of the Marvel movies that they don't want to see women in adventure roles. Elizabeth Banks. Yes. Elizabeth Banks. She comes out and says because of Marvel movies.
She was an actress, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She's still an actress.
See, but you got to look at. Here's the big problem you have, right? Is Charlie's Angels is a timepiece. It only goes with that time period.
One classic timepiece. And the other two movies that they remade years ago didn't even make money either.
And the Chips movie, that was really funny.
Yes.
They were entertaining, though. They were good, though. Those movies were good.
Speaking of movies, when you get done talking about this, there's one thing I am going to rant and rave about.
You know what I want, right, is like, okay, you want to do remakes, right? I want remakes, but like, I want Charles in Charge to be remade. Right, but Charles has like a pill addiction. It is like so, like he's working on himself while he's like working on.
There's actually two things I'm going to rant about now because it reminds me of something.
Danza?
You know what I'm saying? No, not Tony Danza.
No. Whatever show he was on, I forget.
Who's the Boss?
Who's the Boss?
Who's the Boss?
They should have a Who's the Boss remake. Why not? Silver Spoons. The Golden Girls remake.
But I want the Golden Guys.
But Golden Guys.
You know, like where it's like, you know, like there's like older, like kind of like Charlie Sheen, like his dad, like a sophisticated older man that's like, you know, like he's like the one that like is like the flamboyant one that gets all the girls or whatever. Remember the one that got like all the boys or whatever?
Yeah. It could be him. It could be Charlie Sheen, Jack Nicklaus, Danny DeVito. And let me see here. Who could?
Oh, the dude that's
Danny Glover.
No. The guy that was in Rest in Peace.
No, see, I want the four
like the
most
Western
epic voices.
You
got Clint Eastwood.
No.
You got to get Morgan Freeman.
Shoot, I forget his name, but he was in the movie Rest in Peace. He was also.
Oh, I don't know.
You could also get Kurt Russell too.
Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell's a lot younger.
You need everybody.
Jeff Bridges.
Yes.
You need everybody, right, that has, like, epic voices.
Oh, yeah.
Like, sitting at the table. Like, when they sit at the table, like, the ladies, like, you gotta have Morgan Freeman, right? And then, just as a throwback, you gotta have the dude from Cheers. Like, he's, like the
Ted Danson.
Yeah, he's, like, the centerpiece of it. Because, like, he, like, raps Cheers and everything. Like, that's, like, an ultimate, like wild card. You know what I mean? Because, like, he's been on so many shows, so many movies that people are like, oh, I kind of like him. I could take him as a, what's the lady? Sophia. The older lady, he's like the Sophia of the group.
Okay.
Anyways,
how about the dude that goes nuts? But he's always in movies, but he has like an alcohol addiction. He was in rehab something. Shoot.
Nick Nolte.
Yes, dude. Nick Nolte would be an awesome addition to the Golden.
There's only one problem though. Isn't Nick Nolte playing the one character on the Mandalorian?
Yeah, but like, could you imagine?
He's kind of busy right now.
How they handle like certain things, like oh, like I just having trouble.
Dude, that's
like,
already filmed over.
Me and my girl
that's already
the
done.
other night. He's like, don't worry. You need to go get that bottle on the second shelf in my medicine cabinet. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what they're like. They're playing cards or like handing out pills.
Oh, yeah.
Another
played for like Vicodin, whatever. Like, oh,
Dude, like Grandma's Boy. Did you
Yes.
ever watch that movie?
Yes.
Oh, dude, that was
Yes.
an awesome movie.
Grandma's Boy is great.
Another trailer that I saw during the series finale of American Horror Story 1984. They actually did the first trailer for Fantasy Island.
I can see
Wait
a remake
though,
of that.
wait
I
though.
can see a
But
remake
but
of it.
it's not remade like the normal Fantasy Island. They're redoing it as a horror movie. Like the one girl wants to face her bully, so she goes into the room. There's the bully strapped to the chair with the electric thing on her head, and a little computer board's like, yeah, go ahead, have fun. Just hit the buttons, do whatever you want to do to her. And then, like, there's planes blowing
So like
up.
Fantasy Island meets Saw.
Yes, Fantasy
I
Island
think-
meets Saw. It's
think-
like a horror fantasy. Like somebody dies and the guy was hoping the person came back. They're back as a zombie now and they're whacking people
I
up.
feel like there should be a whole channel that's USA Up All Night, but with a modern day now. Like with like, there's like a new what's her name? Rhonda, was that her name?
Rhonda Shear.
Rhonda Shear,
Rhonda
Up All
Shear,
Night,
yeah.
and Gilbert Godfrey. Hey, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I want that, but like a whole channel of it. But
Yeah.
like with like that's where you find those like Sharknado movies, like those epically
yeah.
like terrible.
The
movies.
banana splits horror movie,
Yes.
and
Oh,
I was talking
Yes.
about all those. What was it? The new Critters movie that just came out a couple weeks ago was.
Yep.
You just splice a whole bunch of like 5-minute shorts into a terrible movie. Like, and that's like a whole like that's Friday night. That's a Friday
It
night.
sounds
movie.
pretty good to me.
It's amazing what you could do, but
Yeah.
But the big thing I really wanted to talk about though, this is Daniel Craig's last James Bond movie.
Yes.
Okay, well they actually named his replacement.
I know.
Everybody knows where I'm going with this, but how can you replace James Bond with a woman?
You need to take the character in a different direction. It's just
Wait,
been
is
beat.
that what they did?
Yeah.
They're replacing
Yeah.
they're replacing James Bond with the lady that played in the Captain Marvel movie. That was
The pilot.
the pilot. Yes, James Bond will be a woman.
Wait, I'm looking this up.
the black pilot, the girl that
like
was
Idris
with
something, isn't it?
Captain Marvel. She flew in the other jet.
Wasn't it Idris something?
No, Idris Elba is the guy
God.
I should have played it.
but he didn't take the role because he thought that his fans, my fans
It's legit.
don't want to see a person of color.
Yes, it's a Lanesha Lynch.
Lanesha Lynch.
Lynch, yeah.
First off, it doesn't matter about any of the movies because what's her name in the Marvel movies? Like Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah.
Take my money.
Yeah.
Take my money.
Well, she's coming out with the Black Widow movie.
That's what I
soon.
mean. Take it.
Yeah, you're in for
but,
that?
Take it.
But the sad part is though, after Star Wars, my next biggest thing is James Bond movies. Like I have a respect for Sean Connery and Roger Moore, but now what it is you had about 50 years plus of James Bond, and Ian Fleming wrote the story as the male lead character, and it's the male characters and the quick one-liners and everything, and you do all that, and now you're going to replace it with a woman.
First off, James Bond was outshadowed by James Bond Jr.
James Bond Jr.
Oh my God! You guys don't know James Bond Jr.? Only the most epic superhero ever. It was an animated series that was in the 90s, maybe late 80s, early 90s. That was awesome.
Was a guy though also.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, like,
Well, it's been followed by a man, and you know what? Even in the industry right now, there's so many people that are just like, oh, well, why are you, meaning the community, changing everything into gendered roles?
is she gonna be James Bond or like Janet?
She's gonna be Jane Bond.
Now you're changing the name. Now not even James Bond anymore. It's
Jane Bond.
But here's the thing, though. When Hollywood did movies and they changed the gender, what was the last successful movie where the main characters from that were men changed over to women were actually successful in the box office?
Zero, Goose Egg.
Think about it.
I mean, even look at the recent
Ghostbusters.
Look at
People, but you see, though,
Terminator, when they
here's-
replaced Arnold Schwarzenegger with the female Terminator.
But here's the problem that you have, though, right, with the Ghostbusters, is that people waited so long for another movie that it wasn't just that it was women, it was just that it was so poorly written.
Dude,
You know what I
regardless if the next movie coming out from Ghostbusters is written well or written poorly, People
going
are
to
going
do well.
to spend millions of dollars to go see it. Do you know why?
Bill Murray.
They have the original cast.
They got the they have everybody except for Harold Ramis.
But when you look at it, right, like if you really
because
you
he's
saw
dead.
the Ghostbusters movie, you saw it.